This is Galen from Effingham, Illinois. And are you at home or at college?
I'm actually at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So take me back to the beginning. Once upon a time, there was a guy who what?
Um, I'm a very active guy. I do teach. I'm actually retired, but I'm helping out a little bit part-time now. But I was um, overweight. Um, Back in 2017, I wasn't feeling really bad, but I'd get winded real easy, and I knew something wasn't right. And I put it off. I think I wrote the floating down the river denial. I'm sure I'm the only guy that's ever done that. Don't like to go to the doctors and so forth, but end up I had to have a quadruple bypass, and things went south after surgery, and my heart quit 3 times. And
Ugh.
they had to do CPR, and they break your ribs when they do that sometimes. So I found that out, but I'm not complaining a bit. Um, had a lot of health issues going on. After I got home, I tried my best to lose weight, get in shape, and I actually I was about 265 before I went in for my surgery, and I could lose a little bit, but I just couldn't maintain anything. I got down about 15 pounds or so, and I just couldn't. I just staying there, no matter how hard I tried. I was trying to do all what I thought was all the right things, and had a really nice diet soda habit, eating a lot of heart healthy cereal and things, like box shows, and it really wasn't working for me. And also at that point, I found out that I was a type 2 diabetic. I had acid reflux real bad, but it wasn't good. I even had to have part of my thyroid taken out. And then about a year ago, or a little over a year ago, my um, retina came loose.
Wow.
I had to have surgery on that, put that back, and man, that was a tough couple of years. So I kept hearing this radio ad on my local radio station, WCRA and FM 1090, about this Plan Z thing, and I couldn't get it out of my mind. And I told my wife, I said, I think I'm going to try this. And she's been wanting me to lose weight for a long time. And one thing I've found out over the years, that if my mind's not really into it, I'm probably not going to do it. So I would say for anybody, if somebody's trying to push you along to lose weight, you're probably not going to do it. It needs to be something that you're committed to yourself. And I was, and I'm sure glad I gave you folks a call and got signed up.
We're glad you did too. Talk about the first round of reduction. You went from what to what?
I went down from I was about 245, and I lost right at 28 to 30 pounds first round, and it was amazing. I'm looking at some notes here. One of the first things I noticed was I had a really bad habit on the diet soda, and I knew that whenever I went off of it, the going off caffeine was going to be killer. And that crave control spray that started with, I was amazed. I had very little side effects from going off caffeine. It really worked for me. The one thing I noticed was about day 7 or 8, I really felt a lot of energy. It was like, okay, I don't know what's going on here, but I really felt good. I also noticed toward the end of the first round that the acid reflux that I had was pretty much gone. And I had talked to one of my doctors, an endocrinologist, about it, going on a diet, and she did back me off of some of my meds for the diabetes because my numbers were coming down, and it really, by the end of the first round, reduction round, I felt so much better. It was unbelievable. It just felt really light on my feet and a lot of energy.
Well, that's a great testimonial. The acid reflux we've heard a lot about, but people just, one guy told me once, he said, I was eating 4 rolls of Tums a day, and by losing my acid reflux, that paid for the diet, just my Tums budget.
Yeah.
So
I had a horrible time. Some foods, my esophagus is so stressed out, I had a lot of times trouble swallowing. So if I didn't stay on the meds, the acid reducers, then I had trouble swallowing, and it's gone. I don't have to do that anymore. That went on for years, so I'm really pleased.
that's great to hear. You did another round then, right?
Yeah, I'm actually on my third round. The second round, I lost about 15, 16 pounds. It's like, that was nice because I sort of had things figured out as far as what worked, and how important it was to stay on and not cheat, and so forth. And I said, I'm actually on my third round now. I'm down about, I'm down to about 202 from where I was prior to surgery. So I lost a little on my own, but the big brunt of this came from Plan Z, and it's sticking. And I've developed new eating habits, and it's just working.
Well, I appreciate what you said about the spray, because I think people, how could this possibly work? But you didn't crave the caffeine. Do you drink coffee?
My new habit is a little bit of unsweet tea. That seems
Unsweet
to
tea.
work. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the further south you go, you have to ask for unsweet tea, or you get sweet tea.
I still, to this day, I say about 10% of the time I take a little bitty sip just to make sure, they forget.
Yeah. I got one the other day here in Chattanooga that was sweet
Yep.
tea. I didn't ask for it, and I didn't drink it, but yeah. So was there anything else that you gave up that the crave control spray helped with, do you think?
Well, like I said, I really don't. I used to like to have some cereal in the evening, and I just make a lot of bad food choices, and I've learned a new way. I'm eating a lot healthier. The longer I got into this, the more upset I got with the food industry and what they do to us in the stores. It's like the really good stuff they put on the high shelf and low shelf, and it's just crazy to me that they get by with some of the stuff they do and they promote what they're selling.
You've got to be an educated consumer. What do you think the most important thing you learned is during this process? Because you got a lot of education along with the recipes.
Really, the thing that the overall structure of the plan is, it's so broad. The manual itself is laid out very, very well. I actually took my manual and I've got it all highlighted. I teach a little, so I've got my manual all highlighted, tabbed.
Wow.
Even got the back. I got the back all fixed up, so I got all my recipes, or all my different food ingredients and everything labeled, so I can get to them quick. And that book is so handy. Even, I've been through this thing 3 times, and the first time I went through it, I made a few mistakes, and it's just because I didn't read things right. I still refer back to the book occasionally to make sure that I'm doing everything the way I should. It's a very easy read. The website, the recipes are awesome. I've tried some other things in the past as far as recipes. You know, one of the things the doctors wanted me to do when I after my surgery was to use a certain kind of diet, Mediterranean diet, and I tried that. And half those ingredients you can't find in the Midwest. I don't know where they're finding them at. But, everything that's in this cook, I haven't found a recipe yet where I couldn't get the ingredients right there in our local stores. And I did. I printed off all my recipes, and I got them all. I've got them all labeled up in different areas. They're really good, and they're so good. A lot of times, if the grandkids are over, they want to see what I've got in the fridge. So a lot of times, I'll cook up 2 or 3 different recipes to last me all week. I got a couple pulled out. So I'm in this 3rd phase. I'm going to get some stuff today to make some Mexican meatloaf and zucchini lasagna. We do have a garden. I've got all kinds of zucchini now, so I want to take advantage of that situation.
I heard about your garden. You've been posting things on Facebook about it. So
yeah, a little bit. You know, the Facebook. I'm 59 years old, and I've never used social media, and I was really apprehensive about that whenever I saw Plan Z had this Facebook group, and the more I thought about it, well, maybe that'll help me out some way. Maybe I can help somebody else. But I'm really glad I signed up and got on that Facebook group. They're a really good bunch of people, and a lot of people sharing the same concerns and going through a lot of the same struggles. That also they share all their successes. So I enjoy that. I'm on there about every day, just a little bit.
We appreciate that. You mentioned a couple of my favorite recipes. Do you have any other go-tos from your 3 reductions?
I like the meatloafs and the chilies really well.
Yeah.
Some of the desserts I've pretty much gotten hooked on strawberries. Yeah, I think I'm addicted to strawberries now. I never realized how good they are for you, and how good of food they are. The carb things are a really big deal for me. Keeping my blood sugars down where I need to be, and I've never had it so easy on that end as far as following these recipes and your guidelines that you guys have laid out.
It's amazing when you've gotten rid of a lot of sugar and chemicals, how great a piece of fruit can taste.
It is. I use just a little bit of Truvia now and then, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So
talk about going from Z reduction into Z reboot. Reboot's where you get back some calories and you maintain the weight that you've lost. How did you do on the first couple of reboots?
I did pretty well. I did gain a little bit. We just so happened that the first reboot coincided with a trip. We were going on a trip for a week. That had me a little concerned. I did buy the little portable scale to take with me.
Yep.
And keep track, make sure I wasn't overdoing it. Overall, I gained 4 or 5 pounds on the first reboot, and then the second reboot I gained just a couple. But it went fairly well, and I really enjoyed getting back some of those adding some of the healthy fats back to my diet. I was ready. It was good.
Yeah, it's nice to have an omelet and a
yes, yeah. I enjoy the healthy nuts and so forth. They're really good.
All right, so you've really expressed some health benefits. You've talked about the energy gains that you've had. You've lost basically what, 56?
I've lost right around 48 or so. So I'm on another reboot. I've gained a couple, but I'm hovering right around 202, 203. I would like to lose, before I started all this, I was in the obese range. Now, I'm in the overweight range. I'd like to get down, and for my height, everything, I'd like to get down to 185 or so, get back in the normal range. I'll probably do another round starting middle of the fall.
Great. How tall are you?
I'm about 6 foot.
Yeah, I'm 6'3". And I was 203 this morning,
Wow.
but I had a really good dinner last night.
Yeah, that's all right.
I've been about as low as 193 through this. Zola, I think, we're going to go on another reduction in about 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
it's good. But yeah, I've been around 199 to 201 most of the time. But you mentioned gaining weight back in Reboot, and you're supposed to. You're supposed to gain 2 to 5 pounds. If you gain more than 5, then you're supposed to have a steak day, protein day. But
I've been there.
that's the way you really learn to maintain it. And that the fact that you really want to prove to yourself that you don't have to yo-yo. You don't have to, you lose 10 and gain it all back. We've all been there with other diets. What other benefits have you had besides the energy and the health benefits?
When I started, my waist, 44-inch waist.
Your waist?
And I'm currently at 36. I left my wife when I started losing weight, and I started taking stuff out of the closet and setting it aside, and it didn't take her long to figure that out. And she made a couple trips to town to donate some clothes. She said, "You're not wearing that size anymore." I said, You're done with it." I said, I'm done with that. So she cleaned out my old clothes, and I had to go buy some new stuff.
The hidden cost of the Plan Z diet is you need a new wardrobe.
Yep, sure is.
And
I didn't buy a lot because I thought, all right, I'll lose a little more, and I don't have to buy again right away. So I downsized on my closet selection for now.
Good for you. All right, we've talked about a lot of things. Let's talk about the advice you'd have for a new Plan Z dieter, or someone who's like, well, maybe I'll do Weight Watchers, or maybe I'll do Plan Z. What's the difference?
For me, this thing is really structured well. Said you've got your manual, has it all laid out for you, real easy. This Crave Control spray is unbelievable. It works really, really well. For me anyway, up until about 3/4 of the way into that first round. And then by then you've got new habits established. We get the daily emails, and Chris, I can't believe how you are dead on. I'll wake up and I'll have something on my mind, and I'll read this email, and that's the topic of the day. And it's like, man, I don't know how he does that, but those emails are very encouraging. I really like the videos that you guys incorporated into your website from some of these other experts talking about all the additives going into foods and things to watch out for, and the cookbook itself is awesome, and the online cookbook, and I've printed off all kinds of recipes. It's just really, really organized. And then on a couple occasions, I was scratching my head a little bit about things. People get a little bit nervous. It's funny because once people start on this, they may lose, in a week's time, they may lose 6-7 pounds. And then day 11, they didn't lose any. Day 12, they only lost a little bit or nothing. And they're all concerned, like, stand back and look at this picture that you've already lost, 7 or 8 pounds in like a week and a half. And it's funny because they get so concerned that they haven't lost anything for like 2 days. And, you know, I see it, it kind of happened to me a little bit and I see it online, but we can call you if we have problems, or we can email you, and you guys always get right back with us.
That's the plan. So coaching is delivered by email and coaching is delivered by phone whenever you want to call. And we're here in Chattanooga, so we're open from about 9 to 4:30 every Monday through Friday. And when you call us up on the weekends, you get Zola's cell phone number in case you want to call her on the weekend. And
I won't, I won't bother.
Right. No, but people do get concerned about stalling, and stalling is normal at the 12 to 14 day mark. Your body just has to adjust, and then you can lose some more. And I appreciate your bringing that up. Anyway, Dieter Galen from Effingham, Illinois. What's the grocery store you go to there?
We've got the Walmart thing going on, and we have
Sure.
a couple of local grocery stores that are really, really good.
Good.
We have an Aldi's. They've got a lot of good selection. And then we have a Kirby Foods, which is a local outfit. Do a really good job.
Gotcha. And you can get everything there. Don't have to, you know, some people, I mean, Effingham's a thriving town. It's a smaller town, but you know, we have people, sometimes people have to order things in on Amazon. And
yeah. I haven't done a lot of that. We've done just a little bit of that. But we do have another town it's about an hour and 15 minutes away, Terre Haute, Indiana. It's on Interstate 70. And we'll go over there, and there's a Fresh Thyme over there, and a really big store. I like to get out, take a ride once in a while, and that's a good excuse to do that.
Well, I'm glad we had the chance to talk today, and I'm so happy for the success you've had. And let us know when you get down to 185.
I'm working
on it. We'll talk again.
All right. I appreciate it, Chris.
All right, Galen. Thank you.
Thank you.